Hi guys, very good morning everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sai Kiran. Today we are going to discuss about Route 53 and its policies, guys. Today we are going to discuss about Route 53 and its policies. So before jumping on to the practical policies, first we'll see what exactly is a Route 53, and we'll learn one by one policies, and then we'll do practicals accordingly. Okay, we'll see one policy and then we'll do practicals like that. Um, so guys, let's say you have a website hosted on an AWS EC2 instance. Okay, this is a AWS EC2 instance, and this does have some unique IP, right? And there is an end user here where he is trying to access your website with some domain name called www.xyz.com. So here Route 53 in the middle, what it will do is this service is provided by AWS, which is also called as DNS, domain name service. So what Route 53 will do is it will make sure whenever a user is trying to access your website, so this domain name will be transmitted into an IP address, and this will route the traffic to the particular instance. Okay, but you also wanted to make sure that there is no miscommunication between the uh, your web server and your end user. Also, whenever your end user is trying to access your web server, he should not face any downtime. So for that, what you have did, you have created an separate EC2 instance. Okay, whenever this server goes down, and it will automatically routes the traffic to this server. Okay, but how does Route 53 know that this server is down? Or how does Route 53 know if this server is down, then I should transfer all the load to the another instance? How does it know? So here comes, there is something called Route 53 policies. First, we'll see failover policy. Guys, all these days we were watching continuously for simple routing. For today we are going to see different routing policies. If you are not aware of the simple routing, I request you to go back to our very first video, which is day 00. There I have explained you about simple routing. First we'll see failover policy. Okay, imagine this is your web server launched on EC2 instance, and here is a user is trying to access your website with the help of www.xyz.com. And as I said before, how does Route 53 know that this server is down? We do have something called health checks. So when doing the practicals, first we are going to configure the health checks, and then what this health checks will do is for each and every 10 seconds of interval time, it will go back to the instance and it will check in the backend whether this instance is up and running or smooth, up and running, or it is running smooth or not. Okay, if it is not running good, something has been happened, and this traffic will be automatically shifted to the another EC2 instance. Here comes, there is a policy called how this traffic will be shifted. Here comes, there is a policy called failover. Storage people can call this as an failover and failback policy. We can also call this as an primary and secondary policy. Okay, now let's quickly jump onto the practical, and we'll see how this failover and failback policy works, or how this failover policy works. I'll open my console, guys. This is my console. As I said before, we are going to work more with AMIs in future. If you are unaware of AMI videos, please go back and watch it, guys. People who do not have time, it's okay. What I'm going to do is, before coming to this session, I have created an AMI, which is 2 3 days back. I have created one AMI. With that AMI image, here is my AMI. I have launched one instance in North Virginia, and then I copied this AMI to Mumbai region. Here it is. And then with the help of this AMI in Mumbai region, I'm sorry, this is North Virginia. I'll open Mumbai. So here it is. So this is my Mumbai region, and if I open AMIs, Sorry guys. See, I have copied this AMI image from North Virginia to Mumbai region, and then with this help of AMI, I have created one instance. Okay, in the instance, what script I run, we have already did this before. I have installed Nginx, and then I have installed certport, and then I've installed like make sure all my domain names are affecting in the Nginx server block. Here it is. We are going to test failover, latency, weighted, and then geolocation. If you're not understanding this, don't worry. I'm going to write step by step on GitHub repository for the people who have not watched my previous videos. So now let's go back and test our uh, failover policy. Before going to it, what you have to do, you have to go to the Route 53. I'll click on Cloud Vishwakarma. Before creating records, what you have to do is you have to create a health check. Create health checks. Name, I'll give this as US server endpoints, and then I'll select this as TCP 80 protocol, and make sure that you're copying the North Virginia protocol, which is US North Virginia IP, and then fast 10 seconds, give the threshold value as 1. These are just health checks, guys. What it will do is it will go back and check the instance, and it will pass the information to the Route 53 that the instance is down. Then the policies will get activated. Now create another record. This is India server, and then TCP 80 is fine, 80 port, okay. Now you have to copy Mumbai region IP address. This is Mumbai region, correct? Yeah. Copy Mumbai region IP, come back to here and then paste it. Advanced settings, fast 10 seconds, threshold value should be 1. Scroll down and then click on next. Create health checks. Nice. After some time, this too will be showing as healthy. Now it will not show. It will take some time. It is okay. Now you have to come back to your Route 53 policies. Go back to your hosted zones. Select your cloud issuekarma.in domain, and then make sure you're creating the records. So now what we are testing? We are testing failover, right? Click on next domain. I'll give this as failover.cloudissuekarma.in, and then 1 minute is enough. Define a failover record. I'll give, this is the primary IP. For primary, I'm going to give North Virginia, and then I'll select as primary, and then I'm going to select US East server. I'll give the US name. Define a failover record. I'm going to create one more record. Same. Copy the Mumbai IP. Come back here and then paste it. This is the secondary server. This is Indian server, and then India. Define a failover record. Now what we have did, guys, we have created a two records. One is primary. Primary is for US. Another one is secondary. Secondary is for India. So what we are saying here is, hey, Route 53 failover policy. If the US server is down for some reasons, then what you have to do is, then you have to quickly transfer all your targets or all your traffic to your Indian region. Okay, this is what we are saying in failover policy, and then create records. Let's wait for it to come up. It should be showed as in sync. Let's wait for some time, guys. Okay, it's in sync now. What you have to do, see, the health checks were also good. It's showing as healthy. Now if I try to access, what was our name? Failover, right? Failover.cloudissuekarma.in. See, it is showing as US East server. It's going to the primary server only. As of now, there were no issues in the primary server, so that's why it is going to the US East server itself only. Even if I refresh, it's not going to the Mumbai region. Now what I'm going to do is, I'll quickly connect to this instance. Here what I'm going to do is systemctl. I'll stop the Nginx, guys. Okay, before stopping it, let me open this. If I is equal to 0, I do have one command. I'm going to give it to you, don't worry. But you have to change the, this is latency, right? You have to change it to um, failover. Instead of monitoring, we are just entering this command to check how many packets were hitting to the server. If I enter, See, it is going to the US East, right? This is our primary server. Now what I'm going to do is I'll come back here and I'll stop Nginx. I'll check systemctl status Nginx. See, it is inactive, right? Now see, guys, watch carefully. After some time, see, the packet was not hitting now. After some time, this will change to Mumbai. See, it is going to the Mumbai server now. If you see here, second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and it went up to 26 seconds, and then it has been the route has been transmitted to the Mumbai region itself only. So this is how a failover works. Now let me start the Nginx again. Don't forget to start it, guys. You have to start. And then if you can delete these two records. Now there is no work with failover. We are done with the failover. Okay, nice. Next, what we're gonna see is, now we have seen failover. Now what we're gonna see is we're gonna see latency.
Latency. Here, imagine guys, latency is very simple. Do not get confused. Here is your web server, okay, and here is a user. And when this user is trying to access your web server, this user is trying to access your web server. So the time taking for this packet to reach to your web server and the time your web server is giving response to this user is called as latency. So basically, why we use this latency policy for what we're going to achieve is this will help us to improve the performance of our application. By what? By directing users to a region that can provide the fastest response time for their DNS queries. Okay, this is what exactly latency is. Now, see, I'll tell you another example. Guys, here we are not restricting any users. We are going to restrict users only in geolocation. Here we are not restricting anything that Europe regions should go to Europe data centers only, or US users should go to US data centers only, or Indian users should go to Indian. No, we are not restricting anything here. This is completely depends upon the latency. Okay, based on the user latency, it will retrieve the information from the nearest region. Imagine he is in Europe, Frankfurt, okay, or here someone from India trying to access this. Okay, what is the point of him to route the traffic to Europe and then from here to here? It's again latency, right? It's again a performance issue. So what if he's reaching directly to the nearest data center? But still, there is no point of routing the traffic to the different region and sending it to the target. So this is something called latency. Now we are going to go back and see how exactly does latency works. Come back here, create records, latency, click next, subdomain. I'll give it as latency only, latency.cloudishwakarma.in, and then 1 minute is enough. Define a latency record. Here I'm going to select um, North Virginia IP first, and then I'm going to paste it here. Region US East. This is the North Virginia. I'm going to select US server and then I'll mark it as US. Define latency record. Now create one more record. Same. Copy the Mumbai IP address right now. See, latency will simply take from which region you are trying to access. Mumbai and then India, India. Define latency. Now if I click on records and if I refresh, let's wait for some more time till it gets status as sync. If you see here, now it's in sync, guys. Before, whenever we are trying to access, for example, now I'll go here and then I'll give latency.cloudishwakarma.in. It is coming to Mumbai server because I'm checking this from Mumbai region, I mean Asia Pacific region. Now if I come back here and then if I say I equal to 0, I'm sorry, I equal to 0, and then if I enter this command, small script to check, see it is going to only Mumbai region. Okay, it's following the latency policy. Now if I connect to this server, if I am given I equal to 0, and then if I run here, see it is going only to the US East server. This is called latency, guys. This is exactly what latency means.
Now let's go back to our picture. Now here we are going to see another policy which is weighted, policy. Guys, here in weighted policy, imagine you have two versions, version 1 and version 2. Okay, this you wanted to test. This you want to test. There are two use cases. I'm going to tell you one by one. Okay, this is version 1 and this is version 2. Now imagine uh, you want to test a new feature on version B, which is this is A and this is B. You want to test only it on version B, but you don't want to allow all your traffic or all your users to see it immediately. Okay, instead you wanted to gradually roll out the new feature to a small percentage. Whenever a traffic is hitting, you are routing this traffic to version 1 only, which is primary, which is A only. You are allowing only some traffic like one or two packets. You are making sure that you are allowing to this version B just to test this version. This is one use case in real time. Okay, and this weighted can also be used as an load balancing. What you can do is simply you can balance the load for India, Asia Pacific, you can allow some users, and then for US region, you can allow some users. You can balance the load between these two. There is something called in weighted which is 255. This is the record value actually. Uh, in between this, you can give how many records you wanted to give. Now I'll show you in the practicals. Our records, create a record, and then click on weighted. Come down, and then click on next. Select weighted. I'm going to give this as route, and then route traffic to IPv4, 1 minute, define record, IP address. Now give North Virginia IP address. Okay, paste it here. See here the weight can be a number between 0 to 255, which means I'm going to give one record to US. Okay, and I'm going to select US East server. I'll name this as US. I'm giving only one record, guys. Out of 255, I'm giving only one record. Define record, and then again define record, IP. Now I'm going to give Asia Pacific IP. I'll allow 254 records here. 254 records, which means maximum we are giving it to India itself only. And then India. Now define a record. Click on create record. If you check from here, waited. See, maximum of the packets will be going to the Mumbai server itself only. We'll check here also. Okay. If you see Mumbai server, lot of traffic has been going to the Mumbai server. At some point of time, it will send some packets to the US East region. That's all, guys. We do have one more thing, which is geolocation. See, I have showed you three, right? Let me go back here. If you click on records, we have discussed about simple routing since day one. Here, this is nothing but we will be just giving an easy to instance IP address. That's all. And then we have seen weighted. We have not seen geolocation. We have seen latency and failover. Multi-value and IP base, I have not tested this, but for sure in future when completing the AWS sessions, we are going to discuss this. But guys, we have discussed about 5 policies. Now I request you to go through the geolocation. You do it. This is your assessment. It is very easy, guys. What you can do is you just simply click on record, and then you have to enter the target IPs. That's it. It will strictly follow the IPs. The US users will be sent to the US, and the Indian users will be sent to the Indian. Europe users will be sent to the Europe. The strict rule it will follow. That's what geolocation is. You can do it. It's very easy. That's all from my end, guys. Thank you so much for watching the session. If you have any doubts, please put it in the comment section. And also, I request you to please do practicals. Do not just ignore by watching this video. You can connect to me over LinkedIn, and please share this video to your friends and whomsoever is willing to learn AWS. And thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you in the tomorrow's session. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.